The Ulterior have powerful wizards. Make it quick. Of course. Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest edition. Oh, hello. I have a new task for you. In accordance with guild rules, you now qualify for the rank of journeyman. May you wear your rank well. Can I interest you in some of my wares? The Council is investigating what happened at Wellspring Cave. Many of our resources are devoted to the task, leaving our ranks spread thin. There is a related book that needs to be recovered. It was recently loaned to Janice Hasseldor, the Count of Skingrad. I'd like you to retrieve it. I understand this may not seem the most important of tasks, but still, it needs doing, and you are one of the few available to do it. A note of caution. Skingrad is an unusual place. Be prepared for the unexpected. The Council is investigating what happened at Wellspring Cave. Many of our resources... There is a... I understand. A note of caution. The Count is a reclusive man, and sometimes difficult to see. Hopefully, your status as a representative of the guild will aid you. Speak with the castle steward when you arrive. The city lies southwest of the Imperial City. The castle overlooks the city from a steep hill. You should have no trouble finding it. You too.
Hi there!
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest edition. This humble battle mage bids you welcome.
Hello?
Edgar Vahtacen, you don't want the very best. You want cheap, and I got cheap. You want to buy or sell, the city is great. You want free? Go down the holes, kill some monsters, sell your loot back in the city. Can I interest you in some of my wares? You're trying to drive me out of business. Thank you. Come again. You too.
May your kills be quick and many. What? If it's not one thing, it's another. The Count is very particular about his food and drink. Everything must be just so. Marie Paliella is quite a hard worker. She's in the chapel day and night, tending to the sick and injured. Farewell.
Greetings. Yes, the Mages Guild, you say? Oh, the Count is quite aware of your presence here. He simply has no interest in granting you an audience at this time. Now that I've seen you myself, I can't say that I blame him. Nevertheless, I shall endeavor to change his mind on the subject. Return tomorrow. Perhaps he will see you then.
How goes it?
Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
I suppose that's good. Have you heard any word about the other provinces? Yes. I'm afraid that's not my arena. You'll have to speak to Mercator about seeing the Count. Count Skingrad is a very private person. I handle all the county's public affairs and consult with the Count when necessary. Goodbye.
What is it? Crab a couple of days ago.
What? I enjoy the wines that Tamika makes at her vineyard, and they're reasonably priced as well. What can I interest you in? You don't expect me to make that? Tell your friends about me. Bye.
Hi there. Welcome to the Westweald Inn. I'm Irina Giranus, the proprietor. If you'd like food or a bed, speak to me. I have a lovely room on the corner if you're interested. It's 20 gold for a night. Excellent. I'm sure you'll be quite satisfied. Go upstairs and look for the door on the right at the end of the hall. Sleep well. The Black Horse Courier has a story about Wraith Lethendus. Here, take my copy. I'm done with it. Good day. Hey?
What is it?
What?
Hello there.
Has a day passed yet? No? Then, as I told you, I don't have any new information for you, do I? You there. I have an update for you. The Count has agreed to see you, but not here. He wishes to meet you south of the cursed mine outside of town, after 2 a.m. It would be wise of you to be on time. Follow the road west out of Skingrad, through the high pasture. The mine entrance is north of the road. The Count will meet you just outside it. Good afternoon.
Hello. Who's there? I fought mud crabs more fit.
Is it necessary that you speak with me? Make it quick.
Well, well. You're early, Mage. I'm afraid I misled you. The Count won't be arriving. In fact, he doesn't even know you're here. We're not about to let the Guild interfere with our plans. for the Count or otherwise. So, you'll have to die. Don't worry, we'll put your body to good use, I assure you.
What's the matter? Getting tired? Am I supposed to be impressed? Why? Whoa!
You impossible fool. What possessed you to think I would suggest a meeting here, of all places? At least your gullibility served some useful purpose. I knew about Mercator, but not his friends. Now none of them are a threat any longer. Count Janus Hasseldor at your service. A thank you might be in order at this point. Do you not recognize a necromancer when you see one? I suspected Mercator was involved in their cult, but was unwilling to move against him without knowing the identities of his allies. Despite what your council may think, I've not thrown in with the necromancers and would never do so. You may pass along that message. Is that so? Perhaps your council has not been entirely honest with you. Do you really believe they sent you here for a book? No, they sent you here to spy on me. They've heard the same rumors I have about the Necromancer's cult. Tell your council that the next time they want something from me, they come themselves. They don't send someone under false pretenses. Yes, I see that now. I regret that Traven has involved you in this way. At least you've survived. For now. Perhaps in the future you can be trusted enough to deal with more serious matters. Now our business here is concluded. I suggest you return to your council.
Hello.
Have you been to Skingrad and seen Count Hasseldor? Saved you, did he? Well, that's a good sign. I must apologize. It was never the Council's intention to put you in harm's way. Archmage Traven feared that sending a high-ranking official with the Guild might draw too much attention and provoke a reaction from the Count. We were also concerned that it might drive any necromancers in the area underground, making them more difficult to root out. The Count's unique nature is not public knowledge. The Council wishes to keep it that way. At the time, it was believed that there was no reason to inform you, since it was not crucial to the task you were given. For that reason, I was unable to disclose more about his true identity to you. Clearly, that judgment was in error. I apologize. We simply wanted to survey the situation in Skingrad. Our relationship with Hasseldor is tenuous at best. The Council has agreed to keep his nature a secret, and in exchange, he occasionally provides us with useful information. As a vampire, the Count has few allies he can trust. He has disguised his nature from most, but cannot hide it from the Council of Mages, so he approached us with an accord. As you have seen, that agreement is under a great deal of strain lately. The Count does not agree with certain policies the Guild has established. It's not quite that simple. Hasseldor is powerful, to be sure, but the Council does not consider him to be a threat. After all, he has ruled over Skingrad for quite some time, without incident. We feared Hasseldor may have been involved with the Necromancers. Thanks to your involvement, it would seem that he is not. At least, not for the moment. We will continue to monitor the situation, but I assure you, we will make no further attempts to mislead you. You have done your job admirably, and I thank you for it. Your services to the Guild have not gone unnoticed. As of this moment, you have gained the rank of Evoker. Along with your new rank, please take this amulet. May it help keep you safe in times of danger. Are you ready for it? If not, I understand you've been through quite a bit lately. Very well. There's a research project going on at one of the Ayleid ruin sites on the eastern side of the province. Irlav Jarol is in charge of the project and is apparently in need of some help. I thought you might need a break after the things you've been exposed to lately. You can find Irlav in the Archmage's tower. He's a good man, but council matters have distracted him lately and he's been neglecting his other work. Speak with Irlav Jarol. He can give you the details you need. Irlav should be waiting for you.
Hail and welcome, friend. Hail.
Ah, you must be...
Hello there.
You're about Vahtacen, are you? It's a damn shame. I haven't been giving the project the attention it deserves. The last report I received from Skalil indicated there was some sort of problem, a blocked passage or something that they couldn't get past. I'd investigate it further, but I'm needed here with the council. Ramanis says you've got a good head on your shoulders. Look into it for me, will you? You can find Skalil at the site. Access is restricted, so you'll need this key. She's the mage heading up the on-site research. She can tell you more about whatever it is that's impeding their progress. It's an Ayleid ruin southwest of Cheydinhall. We suspect that there are some interesting things inside, so a research project was established. Skalil is there now, working on investigating the ruins. Things in the guild have been different since Traven was named Archmage. They're more structured, but everyone seems tense. I eagerly await your return.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. Half of the Council of Mages resigned when Traven took over the position of Archmage. Take care.
Hello, Evoker.
This is a restricted area, I'm afraid. Guild mages only. You have business here? Don't tell me Jarl sent you. Erlov sent you, did he? Figures. He can't be bothered to come check on his own project, so he sends someone who knows nothing about it. And this is supposed to help? No offense to you, friend. It's not your fault. And perhaps you can help. If you can figure out how to use the pillar, I'd be thrilled. You're welcome to try your hand at it. This place has been nothing but trouble as far as I'm concerned. Since we disposed of the creatures that had taken up residence here, it's been nothing but a fight to figure out how the place works. The pillar has had us stumped for more than a week now, not to mention the injuries it's caused. That's what we're calling it, only because we don't know what it really is, or was. It's magical, we know that much. Enchanted somehow. We think it's a lock of some sort, but haven't been able to figure out how it works. All I can say for sure is that it reacts to magic, badly most of the time. Several mages were hurt attempting to cast spells at it. It's at the bottom of the ruins, if you wish to try your luck. Be careful, though. It could be quite hazardous to your health. Best to play it safe. No complex magic. Stick to basic spells with single effects. It's not worth taking unnecessary risks. It's connected to the rest of the chamber. We know that much. We just don't know how it works. I've given up trying to figure it out. It's just beyond us. Why Denel stays down there, I have no idea. He's just asking to get killed. What a waste of my talents.
Be careful. Sent you in to try your hand at the thing, have they? I've had my fill of the place, that's for sure. And I've got the scars to prove it. Once we figured out the pillar reacted to spells, we tried out a few. I think I was only unconscious for an hour or so, but that was enough for me. I'm trying to help Skaliel as best I can, but I'm not going near the thing again. I don't know how much Skaliel told you. We know that it reacts to magic, but every time we've tried, the thing shocks whomever cast the spell. It hasn't been fatal for anyone yet, but we stopped trying after the first few attempts. I can tell you, it really hurts. The only thing we haven't figured out is the markings. You see them on the walls? They must relate to the pillar, but I don't know how. If we had some sort of reference, something to compare them to, we might be able to decipher them, but we lack anything like that. Skaliel might have a book that would be useful, but she's been sulking over the way Erlov's been treating her. Perhaps you could ask her for it. I don't know what else to say. Until we have some sort of reference for understanding these symbols, we'll never figure this thing out. I don't know. Anything that might help explain these inscriptions in the ruins. They're like nothing we've seen to date. Be seeing you. Be careful in here.
What? If there's anything about Vahtacen you need explained, let me know. I'll help if I can. I don't know why Denel is even trying. This is doomed to fail. But fine. If he wants it, he can have it. It's just one more thing I'll get blamed for in the end. What a waste of my talents.
Yes? You're the one with the book. You tell me how it works. You got the book, eh? Good for you. I've given up trying to deal with her for now. I'll tell you what. I'll take the book, and then if you can read me the inscriptions, I'll see if I can find the translations for them. Now that I have the book, I can try and translate what's on the walls here. You just read the inscriptions. Let me know what they say. Okay, what do you need translated? According to this, it translates to from fire, life. Fire it is then. Anything else? Mafre seems to translate to frost, so a spell with frost damage should work for it. Anything else? It means Magicka shines. And taken in context with the other inscription about Magicka darkening, perhaps there's an alternate translation. If we assume it means Magicka waxes, then a spell increasing Magicka might be what we need. Something that fortifies it, perhaps. It means Magicka darkens. Considering the other inscription, it could be translated to mean Magicka wanes, along with Magicka waxes. Perhaps a spell that damages Magicka is what you're looking for. Okay. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Be careful in here. What can I do for you? Now that I have the book, Okay. According to this, Okay. This is kind of exciting, don't you think? Be careful in here. Well, would you look at that? Someone will need to see where this goes. I think you should go. You've done all the hard work, after all. If there are any discoveries to be made, you should be the one to make them. You deserve that much. Be careful and watch your step.
What's that you have there? That looks important, whatever it is. I think you've really found something. You'd best get that to Erlaf back at the Imperial City as soon as possible. He'll want the mages there to examine it more closely. Nobody goes into the mountains but hunters and thieves on the lam. Food and shelter is hard to come by. What a waste of my talents.
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition. This humble battle mage.
Good to see you.
What is it?
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition. This humble battle mage gives you Hello, Evoker.
Yes?
Hello, Evoker.
How goes it?
What's this? Some sort of alien artifact? Well, well, Romanus was right in sending you out there. Good work. I'll be sure and put in a good word for you. Good work getting that straightened out. I'm glad someone finally came along that was able to make progress with it. You know, of course, the Imperial Palace is Ayleid. White Gold Tower, they called it back in the Middle Merethic, when the Aldmeri ruled Tamriel. Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Samuel Bantian.
Good work at Vahtacen. Jorol is quite pleased with the information now coming in about the site. There is another predicament, which I believe you can also help resolve, if you feel ready for it. Excellent. You have become most reliable, and I assure you that the Council appreciates it. Now, to the matter at hand. In order to deal with the apparent growing problem of necromancers in Cyrodiil, the Council needs as much information as possible. The Mystic Archives have been consulted with minimal success. Guild members are investigating other avenues, but I believe more can be learned here. What little we know makes no sense in a larger context. For example, why was Falcar, who we know now to be part of this cult of necromancers, in possession of black soul gems? The Archmage has other reports of these gems being associated with necromancers, but we do not know why. We don't even know what they do. We have overlooked these questions because we are so focused on rooting out the necromancers as quickly as possible. I'd like you to speak with Tarmina at the Mystic Archives. She is our specialist on Magica Arcana and has been helping gather information. I believe we have been asking her the wrong questions, taxing her too much with vague attempts to make sense of all that we know. Speak with her specifically about these black soul gems, if she knows anything about their powers or creation. An insight into their origins may lead us to those who are responsible for them. Her expertise in arcane knowledge and lore could be invaluable to us if we can make proper use of it. She can likely be found in the archives now, poring through materials on necromancy. She stops only to sleep at the Archmage's request. You become more valuable to the guild with each passing day. The guild wishes to reward that, and so you are raised to the rank of conjurer. Accept these robes and wear them with pride. Report back as soon as you can.
Pity, sir, I've got nothing to eat.
Speak.
I'm Vernado. I handle the heavy armor at the best defense. I'm also an advanced trainer in heavy armor, so I know what I'm talking about. Can't go into battle with broken equipment. Only quality goods for... You're trying to drive me out of business. Thank you for your patronage. You too.
Yes? May I interest you in some of my fine wares? Thank you. Come again. Goodbye.
It is good to see you again. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. That's more than I'd usually pay. That's a fair deal. That's a fair deal. Thank you for your patronage. Please, return soon. It's...
Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest addition.
Look, if you're here for information, I'm afraid you'll have to find it on your own. I'm swamped right now, up to my ears in necromancy. Not practicing it, mind you. Wouldn't want anyone to think I was involved in that sort of thing. I simply meant researching it. Why? Why? Oh, no real reason. It's just that the entire Council of Mages has been in here at one time or another recently, all wanting information on necromancers. Necromancy, of all things. Oh, of course you were. No doubt the Council is trying to get you to bother me further. I ran Karanya out of here just a short while ago and told them to leave me alone. I keep telling them I can't produce results if I'm not given any time. I'm not used to working under conditions like this. Help? No offense, but I don't see how you can do that. Unless you'd like to take some of this work off my shoulders, I'm beyond helping. But I do appreciate the sentiment. If there's anything specific you need, that may be more reasonable than just asking me about necromancers. Now that is a bit more specific. Finally, something I can respond to. Let me think for a moment. Ah, yes, there's one obscure text that references these gems. I believe it's still around here someplace, unless Falkar never returned it. The name of the book is Necromancer's Moon. I'm unclear on the origins of the text, but it does involve these gems you're interested in. I'm afraid you'll have to find it yourself. I'm so out of sorts with all these requests, I've lost track of most everything. It's very distressing. I believe you'll find it quite helpful. Once you've had a chance to read it, I'd be happy to discuss it with you. Farewell. Ah, yes, the mythic Dawn Scholar. What else can I help you with? Ah, Darmina. This is my mystic archives. Keep it neat, keep it quiet. No eating in the stacks. A most interesting text, is it not? We are fortunate that at least one necromancer took the time to record the information. I am unfamiliar with the shade of the revenant described within the book, but I was never one to dabble in the more, shall we say, amoral arts. You may take that with you for now, if you wish. The Council may have use for it. Please, ask them to return it quickly, as I may need it again. Why all the fuss now? I thought it would have died down by now, what with the ban on the practice of necromancy and the guild being in place for as long as it has. And yet, suddenly everyone shows up on my doorstep, needing information immediately. Never mind that I might have things on my own to work on. Be seeing you.
Hello.
It's you.
Has Tarmina been of use in gathering information about the Necromancers? Excellent work. I believe this will be of use to the Council. I shall make sure they're made aware of its contents. I've never heard of this Shade of the Revenant. Some sort of celestial phenomenon? If that's correct, then Bothiel would most likely know something about it, as the caretaker of the orrery. She should be on university grounds. A most fascinating contraption. Bothiel is one of the few who understands how it worked and kept it running. Take care.
Well met. Hello there. Is there something I can do for you? Revenant, you say? And it represents something in the heavens? It sounds familiar. Let me think. Ah, yes, now I remember. Falcar was here some time ago asking about just such a thing. Said it was for research. He had a large sheaf of notes with him about it. I'm afraid I didn't have any more advice for him than I do for you. With the Ori in such a state of disrepair, I have no point of reference. Falcar did leave this behind. I think it fell from his notes as he left. I didn't pay it much attention, but perhaps it will be of use to you. You too.
I hope I can help. So, Falcar expressed interest in this Revenant as well, and left this note behind, did he? Perhaps we should look into it for more clues. This lists several locations. The first is the Dark Fissure, which I recognize. It's a cave in the mountains, south of Cheydinhal. If there is indeed an altar there, as the note suggests, I believe this cave is directly related to the contents of the book. Go to the Dark Fissure the next time this shade occurs. Search for any connection to what we've learned and report back. Please, be careful. Anything you find is of no use to us if you do not survive. I believe we are dealing with powerful forces here. Do not put yourself in harm's way if it can be avoided. Be careful. the matter? Oh! Show me what you've got. I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
Worst.
fellow magician.
Have you been to the Dark Fissure yet? We need to know all we can about the Necromancers. So you saw them. The altars must be infused with some kind of power to change over the soul gems. I shall pass the news on to the Council. Most troubling indeed to know that these are not merely myths. I also fear their numbers may be greater than we believed. You have again performed admirably. You have my thanks, and that of the Council as well. Your role within the Guild becomes ever more essential. You have now attained the rank of Magician, and are freely able to access the Council Chamber. Seek out Archmage Traven. He has personally requested that you see him for your next assignment. The Mages Guild has made more than a few enemies since necromancy was banned. Take care.
How are you today? Hello.
Greetings, Magician.